And thank you for the opportunity to speak on the public finance prohibition on providing public funds to gangs amendment bill. This is a fantastic members bill from my colleague Rima Narkley, whose passion for victims, for making sure we look after victims, that we respect victims, is unchallenged in this House, Mr. Speaker. And this bill is about making sure we honour and respect and acknowledge victims and the role of victims in our criminal justice system, Mr. Speaker. Let's reflect for a moment on what got us here. You know, and I heard earlier one of the members from the other side trying to compare some, I think it was $30,000 that a previous government gave to some program, with the $2.75 million that the last Labor government gave to the mongrel mob in the Hawke's Bay. Like, those two things are very, very different, Mr. Speaker. It's a little bit like our inflation rates down here and Labor's inflation rates up there. But look, let's not talk about all of the problems the previous Labor government had, Mr. Speaker. Let's get back to the bill and focus on what this bill is about. It's about understanding that happened because there were proceeds from crime that they said, hey, you guys have been involved in this crime. You guys did this deed. You created this fund through your ill-gotten gains, and we think we should give some of it back to you to see if you can try and amend things rather, and help out in solving some of the challenges you've created in our society. Here on this side of the House, Mr. Speaker, and I appreciate that the opposition have said that they will be voting for this bill this evening, and let's hope that continues not only through the first reading, Mr. Speaker, but through the Select Committee process, through the second reading, and ultimately turning this into law, and show that if you did a crime, you got some dough from it, you had to give that dough over to the Crown because you were caught, that doesn't come back to you as clean money through a program in the future. Where should it go instead, Mr. Speaker? Well, it should go to organisations that actually do the work, do the mahi in our community from the right place, have the right values, have the right heart, like, for example, Mr. Speaker, the Salvation Army, like the Billy Graham Youth Foundation that has got some of this money from the proceeds from crime fund in the past. You know, I'd like to think that even great organisations like the City Mission in Wanganui, that serves the underprivileged in our community, serves those who've been affected. You know, when someone's come in, they've robbed them out of house and home, they've left them with nothing. You know, it's the City Mission that's there then that evening, the next day, for the week ahead maybe, to support those victims of crime. And those are the sorts of organisations that we should be supporting, not the mongrel mob, not gangs, not people who have literally, and I loved the analogy, the metaphor is probably a better word, the metaphor that Rima Narkley used at the beginning of her contribution, Mr. Speaker. It's probably not in the context of something that one should love when we're talking about gangs, but she used this analogy of giving someone a lollipop full of poison and then paying the person that gave that person that lollipop full of poison, paying the person who gave them the lollipop, paying them to give that person the antidote. That's literally what the law allows right now. And what Rima and the work of the Honourable Simeon Brown, who put together this members' bill and handed it to Rima, is trying to do, is ensure that that cannot happen in the future. This is part of ensuring that we restore law and order in this country, and that includes not allowing any future government to hand money over to the mongrel mob. Mr. Speaker, I commend the bill to the House.
Oh, very good.